Science jerks. Science jerks. Science jerks. The rate of change in acceleration of science. Science jerks.
Oh, welcome to the Science Jerks. I'm your host, Dave Chacho. With me, as usual, is Robert Chan.
Hi.
And we're back with old new guest, Chad Fogland.
Hello.
Welcome to the show, Chad.
Thank you. It's great to be back once again.
How was your first time experience?
It was
with
great.
Science Jerks?
In fact, I got so excited that I was going to be back that I came prepared with a science joke.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
Hit it.
Okay.
it's great. Do you need any lead up or?
No. This should.
You sure you don't want to build up? You don't want like
Do you
a
want
drum
us-
roll?
do you want us
This
to
is an
really
old
hype
joke that I wrote a long time ago that I am
Oh, you wrote
totally
yourself.
recycling this. Here we go.
You
Ready?
want
If
to bring
wrote
you
yourself,
on?
then it's
Yeah.
all good.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't steal it from a book or anything.
No, I did
You
not
didn't get this
steal
from
it.
your 8th grade science teacher?
No.
Completely out of your head.
No, it's completely, and
All
it's
right.
dirty too. It's
And
a dirty
we'll,
science joke.
So we'll bring you on. All right. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Fat
Chad Fogland.
What
Chogland.
is wrong with you?
Oh, hey everybody.
I've never met him. I'm reading it off a card.
Hey everybody, my name is Fad Chodlin, and I just wanted to... Real quick, guys. You know, I was reading a book on science, and I read that Darwin believed that men evolved from monkeys. Hey, if that's true, then I believe that semen evolved from sea monkeys. And that's my time. Good night. I've been Chad Fogland.
I see I'm getting the light.
I'm out of here.
Furiously getting the light.
Wait a minute. When did you write that?
Oh, God.
How
That
long ago?
was probably a few years ago.
God damn it. I was trying to help you out. I was like, oh, yeah, I got that in the 5th grade. It was...
I wrote it when I was an 8th grade science teacher.
Sea
That's
monkey.
one of my mini tweets.
We don't come descended from no sea monkeys. So that's what the seamen say.
Said the little puddle of semen.
If you listen real close, you can hear the screaming.
Oh, God, we're done. We're done. No more. Let's just do some science.
Plasma aerodynamology.
You know that glowing UFO that you saw when you were high and when you were 16 walking through a field?
Yes.
It might have been an airplane.
You're shitting me.
Shit not.
I'm sorry. I was anally probed that night, so...
That might have been a human.
That was me.
Who anally
I can
probed
neither
you.
confirm nor deny that. It did have a very Chad Fogland-esque sort of...
Wait, was that you guys in that field when we were 16? Oh my God.
Glowing planes, you say?
There have been a lot of reports over the years. In this article from New Scientist, they start by talking about one from the 70s where this guy took some video of a glowing object flying across the Mojave Desert, thinking it was possibly a UFO. Well, by definition, he could not identify it, so it was a UFO. And now we're seeing that aeronautical engineers, I should know this. I went to aeronautical school for 2 years.
Air scientists!
Or whatever they call those air dudes, are using
Plain smarties.
plasmas, which are electrified, glowing, super hot gases on wings to increase aerodynamics.
Wait a minute, they're actually using it? It's not like it's just happening on the wings.
Yes, they are inducing a plasma. So we don't know what's going on in Groom Lake and with all the secret government plane projects, but they possibly have been experimenting with plasma wings for decades now, as far as we don't know. But the technology exists.
They've been inducing plasma on high-tech, super-secret jet planes.
Yes.
They have been asking us for years to increase our plasma donations at bloodmobiles and whatnot all around the country.
The Red Cross is clearly behind this
The
conspiracy.
Air Force is drenched in the blood of humans.
Air Force's wings are made of humans. They're human. But they've been doing this for decades then. So there's
apparently, but we don't know if they've been doing it for decades, but it's just been
declassified
out in the open. I guess there's engineers working on it now in the open. I don't know how long they might have been working on it in secret.
Well, we didn't even know of the existence of plasma until fairly recently, the last 20 years or so, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
The state of matter was discovered in 1879 and first called plasma in 1929. So, yes, Robert, about 20 years ago.
Well, I don't know when we first learned about plasma. I think it's been longer than that. But it says here in the 90s, after the Soviet Union collapsed, that labs started using plasmas in aviation, basically.
And it helps with aerodynamics.
Yeah, so, there's always a...
Bernoulli's principle.
Right, there's the Bernoulli equation, which is derived from moving air over an airfoil, but there's always a little layer of turbulence, a little buffer of
The wind that smacks into the wing.
Because there's drag on the wing and it pulls the...
There's a dragon on the wing? It's drinking human blood!
Just try to go back to sleep.
There's a man on the wing!
Please try to just go back to sleep. You're seeing things, sir.
But wait a second. So, wouldn't that hinder any stealth plane if it blew in the dark?
It's way better. Well, for radar...
Glowing plane.
Yeah.
Way better for stealth.
Yeah,
Is that what you're saying? Is that the contention you're making, Mr. Chacho?
I stand by this. So the plasma... Okay, so what they do is they induce a very high voltage on the wing, and that excites the molecules in the air around the wing, and it superheats them, and... When you superheat a gas, the electrons start to escape and it ionizes, and that creates these crazy electromagnetic properties. And that makes, for one thing, the airflow over the wing totally smooth. It's kind of like having a little force field around the wing, so the drag from the wing, so the dragon doesn't cause the turbulence.
Well, of course you have to electrify the wings because there's dragons all over.
Yeah.
You got to keep them away.
But as long as you have a plasma, the dragon is happy. And so, talking about stealth, then it also disrupts radar waves that come at the plasmatized wings, and you can't see them on radar as well.
And anyone who does see them, they're just going to be like, fucking crazy.
Yeah, what are those dragons doing that? That can't be real. You're watching too much Game of Thrones.
Once you see them, it's too late, Chad.
But if they've been... Yes, indeed. if they've been doing this for decades now, that means that there's potentially a lot of UFOs that are really IFOs.
Yes, we now have IFOs. Lots and lots of
I predict
sightings of IFOs.
I predict a new television show for Discovery Channel called Identified Flying Objects, where it's just detectives going and meeting people who thought they saw identified.
A bird.
Yeah.
Police helicopter.
And then a big rubber stamp comes down on the screen and goes, Identified.
My concern
if you're listening, Discovery Channel, we have a pitch.
I'm concerned about the appearances of LMFAOs. That's my big issue lately. I feel like I'm anally probed every time I see them.
Yes, we don't want them flying in our skies,
but
for God's sake.
You'll be party rocking all the time.
Yeah, I'm feeling it again.
So they're also talking about using this technology on automobiles.
Yeah! Glowing automobiles filled with superheated gas, because how could that go wrong?
So if you thought that electric Teslas didn't look futuristic enough, just wait till they're glowing with a
high voltage electrical charge.
Yeah.
So A, you're going to get hit. B, you're going to get electrified as you're hit. And you may well lose layers of skin from the superheated plasma surrounding it.
When that old lady in a Lexus bumps your car, it won't dent it. It will just burst into dust.
We can only hope for a tragedy in the next Fast Furious movie.
Oh, yeah. What are the ramifications for Tokyo drifting if this technology takes hold?
Tadpole morphology.
Wouldn't it be nice if all the stress and trauma of your childhood made you a stronger person instead of a broken down shell of a man that does comedy podcasts on a
So
regular
happy
basis?
together.
It happens for frogs.
What?
Frogs get to do that. What they discovered was that tadpoles who have been placed into threatening situations, we already know that they do this. When a tadpole is in a pond that's shrinking, or there's a high density of predators or lack of food, they can accelerate their metamorphosis into frogs.
So stress and adversity makes them stronger.
Essentially, what they did is they exposed these frogs to.
So we
stress
should be
hormones.
like superhumans then at this point.
If we were frogs. Which we are not.
Wait,
there's the
they
rub.
exposed them to, what were the scientists just like going like, ha, fuck you.
Take that.
Take that.
They're just
Take this, huh? Oh, no more water for you, huh? Take that. Huh? What do you think of that?
Where are you going? You can't get out? It's a terrarium. Terrariums don't even have water. What are you doing in
They're
there?
just tapping on the glass constantly.
We talked a few weeks ago about these rat robots that are solely made to taunt rats. It's a robot that just they drive around poking rats to stress them out.
Actually, what they do know is that morphology can change based on environment. What they didn't know is how it was done, and what they found out was that the stress hormone, what happens is in a pool of water or whatever, tadpoles will start sending out pheromones that say like, uh-oh, bad news, there's predators, the water's shrinking, something bad is happening. And what happens is then they generate this hormone, which is called corticosterone. They create that hormone, and then they grow longer
And that
tails.
actually, the cool thing is it literally it changes their shape. It changes their body, which I mean normally evolutionary changes from external forces take generations and generations to happen.
Well, the same sort of thing does happen in humans, for example. But what happens is
If you lift weights,
no. When you get stressed, your muscles actually start wasting. The exact opposite happens if you're placed into terrarium and poked at and the glass tapped on. You will start to shrink
you
rather than frogs, which get bigger
shrink
and
into
muscular.
the corner of the shower and cry.
Yes, that is exactly what happens until somebody comes up and taps on the glass.
I believe that. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, I'm sure if you introduce a banjo into Tadpole's life, he'll grow up to be Kermit the Frog.
I don't know if there's a hormone for banjo playing.
I'm just guessing here. I mean,
Yeah, we haven't discovered all the hormones.
Yeah,
yet.
it's true.
If you face enough adversity by being green,
It's not easy being green.
right?
No. Apparently, it is pretty easy being green because
Apparently.
if
Actually,
things
you're
bad
right.
happen to you, you just get bigger.
Damn it, Tadpoles.
So these are like little Incredible Hulk.
Yes.
Oh, my
They're
gosh.
already green. They're already green, so they've
They're
already
just-
got it.
If you poke them enough, they get pissed off and they grow a little bit.
They Hulk out.
I actually am kind of interested as to why that happens in frogs. It makes perfect sense because, if things are bad, you face it like a frog, I guess.
Yeah.
But like humans, when they get stressed as little children, they just grow up to be tiny, disgusting beasts.
Well,
that
when
have
the going gets tough, the tough get ribbit.
Or they take some stock in their lives and they better themselves and they go to the gym and they set a daily schedule. They get up early in the morning.
What time did you get up this morning?
I've never done any of these things. I've just heard about them a lot.
I know that if you drink enough, you'll be a member of Senior Frogs, and it's,
We'll cut that out in post.
yeah.
We can chop that.
if only the stress would make me funnier.
Psychology.
Find yourself walking around town, you're feeling stressed, you're feeling pissed off. It might not be your fault. It's the shape of the city. It's what I
you
keep telling them.
It's not
It's the
my
shape
lack of ambition
of the
and
buildings that's making you so angry.
poor educational choices.
There's
The fact that I spent 3 years working at a Starbucks. None of those.
Those are all contributing factors. All of your horrible life decisions play a part, but we are finding out now that urban landscapes are very powerful psychological tools, environmental factors. Depending on how your city looks, it makes you either more or less stressed out.
Ooh, do they have a list of like stressiest cities and least stressiest cities?
No.
Oh,
I
damn
don't
it.
think I want to see that.
But are you saying
Actually-
architects are to blame? Like the architecture of the land?
Yes.
Damn them.
I'm saying,
I knew it.
if you know any architects, drag them from their beds in the dead of night and
If
beat
you're in a
them
crummy
with socks.
city, if you feel bad about yourself, it's the city, therefore the architects. But if you
If
feel
you
good
like-
about yourself, then by all means.
you're in
You
a
know,
good-
I've been saying it for years. Frank Lloyd right, more like Frank Lloyd wrong.
Wrong.
Take
You
that,
assholes.
bitch.
Arca fuckers. That was horrible.
Frank Gehry, more like Frank
weary of your attitude, mister.
Weary. I was trying to think of another architect's name. Suriname.
Is it because of like? I mean, what are the fact? What are they saying? Is the buildings the shapes?
So monotony is a big factor.
So suburbs.
Mix it up. Just slap just anything whatsoever. Just slam it all together. Just
The flying buttresses always fucking killer.
out of nowhere. They go to nowhere. They just stick out of.
Vaulted ceilings always, just depress the shit out of me.
They have three images here, and it's kind of subtle. But
I hate that one.
The one on the left is supposed to be the most stressful.
Yeah, I hate that
because it's very monotonous and it has tall, imposing buildings.
Oh, like walls.
So, yeah, like if you feel like you're penned in by walls, and also if it feels like everything you look at is the same as every other thing. And this one on the right, where are we? I'm looking at Popular Science or popsci.com. And the one on the right is more similar, but it has just more interesting.
So like one story.
Maximum restorative power.
Lower, and it has restorative power on your soul.
Oh.
And one thing that they talk about in here is how new cities are, really, to human evolution. They're saying that in, say, 200,000 years or so that humans have been around, only in the last, 2% of that time have humans really lived in urban areas. Sure. And only in the last 0.5% have most people. In fact, I think they said today, for the first time in human history, more than 50% of the world lives in urban areas, whereas in the 90s it was 13%. So that's a sharp rise.
Wow.
So more and more people are living in cities, possibly because there's more and more people.
Awesome. Because cities are the best.
Cities are pretty
There's more to do.
Yeah. I can go see a movie any time of night I want.
You would think so, but
after about 2 o'clock, it's just pornography, but still, I have the option.
Yep.
Not always
and in the big city, you can watch almost anything on Netflix anytime you want.
Oh.
I have never heard of that. I just keep going to that pink theater.
Oh, Tomcats. Yeah.
Wait, was that you there?
Oh, yeah.
The one in the trench coat?
That was me in the back, breathing heavily.
Please do not make eye contact in the theater, gentlemen. Do not talk to your neighbor.
But I want to share with my popcorn. I just got it buttered.
So this is pretty cool. Urban planning is an up and coming. It's going to be more and more important in the future, and it is way more important now than it has been in the past because a lot of cities were kind of slapped together without much thought. Yeah. And
you go to the East Coast.
Yeah, those fucking places. Ridiculous.
Yeah. No offense, East Coast. I'm always saying that there's I know cities like Boston and those earlier cities, they weren't meant to be the big metropolitan.
You know what? Let's just go ahead and call them out.
Okay.
Cities on the East Coast are shit.
I fucking hate Boston.
Fuck Boston. Fuck New York. Fuck Chicago. Fuck Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit and Chicago, get your fucking asses back to the East Coast. Stop trying to move over here.
Fuck Minneapolis.
You're getting a little too close for us, Midwest.
Houston, Texas, get back to New York.
Yeah, so all these older cities that have kind of grown without much planning tend to have big, tall, wall-like
I was saying it makes sense when you're given a small plot of land that you're like, okay, this is where 1,300 people are going to live, and then it ends up becoming popular, and then that doubles, and then you end up just building up because that's the only only space left is just upwards. So you end up getting these tall buildings.
We have that, or you have sprawl, which is the other problem. You got all the space in the world,
which is like LA.
Yeah.
It's just
LA has
a bunch of monotonous buildings that just go on forever.
Yeah, monotony, and LA is a pretty ugly place, but it has way more trees and parks than smaller East Coast cities that grew up instead of out, like New York.
Fuck New York.
It seems hard to think that someone could be like, all right, we're going to plan a city. I wouldn't.
Yeah, there's no accounting for how many people are going to move there.
That's going to be.
It's all shitty. It's fucking Los Angeles.
But God bless it, I wouldn't leave it for the world.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah, I love Los Angeles.
I don't know.
I would leave it for the world. I would leave it for much less than the world. Make an offer, world.
I'd leave it for the love of a beautiful woman. Don't tell my wife.
It's time for a quiz.
It's time for a quiz. We are back here with Quiz Masquerist Jessica Lee. How are you, Jay Lee?
Hey, guys.
How was India?
Oh, changed my life.
It can't have changed it that much because you're still here.
I achieved enlightenment, y'all.
You do look completely different. Did you get a lot of plastic
Are
surgery?
you levitating?
Yeah. There's no chair, Chan.
Holy shit!
I didn't want to
guys,
mention your aura earlier, but
It's quite bright.
nice.
Yeah.
In fact, a little bit annoying. So just tone it down a little bit. None of us here are even close to enlightened. So quit showing off.
Hit us with some questions.
All right. Yeah, we're back with Chad Fogland. And
Hello, that's
we
me.
are at
You kind
3.
of fumbled because you started to say Chad, then you saw me, and you're like, Chad, nope, net, right?
He did
Is that what happened?
yeah.
No.
Is that what happened?
Were you going to say Chan
sound
Fogland? Was that what was going to happen?
Man.
If you guys had a baby, that's what you would name it.
Oh, gosh.
No, I don't
Science.
think that we
That's
would.
not how anything works.
I think we would name it Mistake.
We name it, my God, what has science wrought?
Yeah, we would have stuck it in a basement and not given it a name, and then would have come crawling out, seeking vengeance on the human race.
That's another
Like
really
you do.
pitch.
Like father, like son, right? All right, so we're at 3 out of 5 from last episode. Let's see what you got for us
All
this
right.
time.
Question number 1. What bodily function can reach the breakneck speed of 200 miles an hour?
Sneeze.
What?
Sneeze is what I
Am I
said.
the only one that was going to say pooping? God damn it. Fine, sneeze.
We don't all eat as much roughage as you.
The answer is fart. No, it's a sneeze.
Yay!
I didn't want to say fart. I'm sorry.
See? The Asians are on
Well-
the same page at least.
A fart isn't anything but a sneeze from your butt. So
Is that Erna Bombeck?
yeah, I wrote my thesis on it.
A fart is a wish your butt makes.
Yeah.
That sounds so Disney.
Question 2.
Question 2. Speaking of Asia, what country saw the origin of the Asian flu?
What country? Which are the
Well,
dirtiest Asians?
I want to say
please?
Chinese.
No,
Pretty dirty.
No, that's the middle country.
India's pretty
Things don't
dirty.
start there. That's the
Cambodia?
That's the Asian subcontinent. And I want to say Thailand because they got all those stupid chickens running around.
They have a lot
You're
of
thinking of
whorehouses.
STDs.
A lot of horses.
I think they
Is
have
that-
more
Is
STDs
that not what the
than
Asian flu is?
chicken diseases.
It's a form of AIDS. Yes.
So yeah, what are our options? Like Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia. We'll go ahead and put China in there, but I'm pretty sure it's not.
Well, China is just by surface area has a pretty good chance of
Pretty
starting diseases.
Actually, that's true.
They do wear those masks all the time.
Not to mention, yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that where the big bird flu scare was like 5 years ago? Wasn't that from China? Everybody was like, "Don't fly if you fly to
I think it was-
Beijing, wear a
wasn't it
mask."
Taiwan.
You're just trying to pawn off your diseases, your people's diseases on other countries now.
I'm not gonna lie. I am terribly racist against other Asians. At any chance I can get to besmirch them, yeah, I will do it in a heartbeat.
But you love Koreans.
The food is appalling.
So Korea.
I would put Thailand, Cambodia, or China. Those are my top 3 contenders.
Those are all solid. What are you feeling, Chad?
I feel Thailand.
Do you feel Thailand? I think Thailand. I think we should
All
go
right.
with Thailand. China's a real close.
I'm okay with it.
Thailand.
The answer is Chan's ancestors.
Damn it!
China.
Damn those Chinese.
Oh.
Damn those grubby fobs.
Man, first they pee in our Coke.
Ideally, we should just end the quiz here because it's not going to get any better than that.
You're going
But we
to
will
get
continue.
all this iTunes feedback. You have a huge following in China. You didn't know it.
What are they gonna do?
You sneeze on me. Okay, we are 1 and 1.
All right. Question 3. What does a phonophobe fear?
People with other phobias.
Sound?
Yeah.
Phono is sound, right?
Yeah.
Like
You
fear,
did say
maybe
phono,
loud,
not photo, right?
loud noises.
Phono with an N.
Fear of
Loud noises? That seems reasonable.
Fear-
I would. Yeah, I would.
You can
say
only
that.
be so scared of sound.
jazz records from the 20s.
Basically, every dog is a phone. that's true. Whenever there's a thunderstorm.
Yeah, fear of loud noises.
Fear of noise.
Yeah.
Good job, guys. Good job.
We're
2 out
2
of
and
3.
1. 2 and 1. 2 and 1.
All right, guys. Question 4. What is permanently frozen subsoil called?
Permafrost.
Permafrost.
Got it right in the name.
I feel like they wouldn't have said permanent in the question if perma was.
Come on, this was the 80s. They didn't know anything back then.
Yeah, people were like, dirt? I don't know.
Cold dirt.
Reagan, let's get some sushi.
Oh, we were dumb.
You're right. Yay! 3 and 1. 3 and 1.
Oh, this is the last one. This is our last chance to not be dum-dums.
All
We
right,
didn't put
guys.
it, so wait, with 3 plus, what do we get last time? 2?
Don't even think about
We're
it.
5 for 9.
Too much pressure.
5 out of
Too
9
much
right
pressure.
All right, guys.
This
Here's
puts us over 50%.
another mammal question. What's the only mammal that can't jump?
Okay, there's got to be something weird, like some sort of like
Oh, a platypus or
worm
something?
mam- Is there anything else like a platypus that's like super weird with just like
Trying to think.
One of the freak mammals.
yeah, something that doesn't have like normal legs.
So like rodents jump, like cats and dogs, and
like marine animals can jump. They just like jump out of
what
the water.
about like
so-
cows?
Cows?
Like
no,
big
yes,
fat-
they can because
They
they
can
jump
jump.
over the moon.
That's true.
Fact: cows jump over
Yes.
the moon.
With the fork and the spoon.
Running away with spoons.
Forks and spoons, not mammals,
No.
but they can also
They
jump.
can also
They
jump.
can also jump.
Elephants, giraffe,
I feel like a really angry elephant would be able to jump.
probably.
If it can get on its hind legs.
Yeah.
I think platypus is a strong choice because just
it's
it's got weird flippers
Because it's
and
flat
like-
on the
Yeah.
ground. I don't know. That's the only thing I would say.
That sounds like a good answer.
We're gonna do this. We're gonna go
You-
with platypus.
Freak mammal.
Chacho said it,
What?
and you ignored it.
What? Yeah, of course we did.
I said a lot of things though.
It is
Just covering
actually
my bases.
an elephant.
Oh,
really? Damn it.
Damn it.
Damn it!
You should have made
Okay.
that more of a compelling case.
I want to see some goddamn platypuses jump.
Yeah.
because I don't think they can either.
Oh, wait, there was that movie with Wesley Snipes called
I knew it.
White Platypus Can't Jump.
Oh, damn it! I forgot about white platypuses.
Damn it.
Oh boy. Okay, so that's 3 and 2.
5 for 10.
No, wait a minute. 3 and 2.
5 out of 10. I think so.
So last time we got 3 out of 2. So this time we got.
If you're keeping track at home and
3
actually
out of 2.
remember
6.
what had just happened, email us.
At that point, we'll probably be high and won't even give a shit. Yay!
Yeah, so we got 6 out of 10. Which
We got
is-
6?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
well.
So
Wow, that's like 40%.
that is.
Plus, I said serious and elephant, so it was a moral victory for myself.
Quizmaster Risk, Jessica Lee, where can they find you online if they're looking for you?
If you're looking for me, probably
Just
on
online.
Twitter at Jaylee Rules,
Nice.
or you know what's coming.
Okay.
On LinkedIn, username LeeJC. I'm open to all sorts of opportunities right now, guys. Employment, y'all.
There's a healthy market in
Have you-
Chatsworth that always wants young ladies.
You're my water.
If only the Fantastic Four had known about the shielding properties of poo. Chan here with Chacho and guest Chad Fogland.
Yeah, go ahead and explain.
Here's the thing: the Mars mission that may or may not happen in 2018 has to deal with a lot of different things.
So you're saying the radiation that created the Fantastic Four?
Yeah, cosmic rays. Okay, here's the thing. Cosmic rays are difficult to shield because if you just slap up a bunch of metal, what'll happen is the rays will hit the metal, zing off, and turn into X-rays. So basically, you're just getting X-rayed the entire time that you're up in space.
Yeah, metal's like the worst for these stupid rays.
Yeah. So they need to come up with other things. Turns out water is a really good shield against radiation because it actually has nuclei are the things that block the rays from getting in. And for volume, water has more nuclei than metal does.
So our atmosphere, partially because of the water vapor in it, is very good at blocking these rays, which is why we're not all the Fantastic Four or
Damn
Hulk.
I think it's mostly the Van Allen belt, but yeah, we are not giant rock creatures, thanks to
As
our
soon as you
atmosphere.
get out of the atmosphere, then this is a major concern for
And so
astronauts.
what they're suggesting for this Mars mission is have a shield of water, and also along with that water, you put the food, you pack that sort of into the walls too, and that also will block it because the radiation will hit it, but it's not going to turn radioactive. Or the issue is the radiation hitting the live cells, which then get messed up and then start replicating and
it
cranking
could
out bad
create
ones.
water hulks, right?
It could. Okay, yes, there is a chance that there are water hulks, also lean cuisine hulks, where their little meals get turned
Plankton
into
hulks.
What?
No. This is science. This is science, Chad. Don't argue.
Sorry, I'm going back to the beginning of this segment when you said that if only the Fantastic Four knew. I mean, if they did, though, you got to think of the consequences. If you didn't have the Fantastic Four, Doctor Doom would have taken over the world.
Yeah.
The Avengers
Do you
would have
really
stepped
think
up.
that they wanted
The
this
X-Men would have
technology?
stepped up. Like Reed Richards would still have been very smart, and he could have helped in some capacity.
But would he still have those wonderful white temples?
Arguably, no.
Was
so you
that
do have
from
a point
radiation? Is that what radiation does to one's eyebrows?
there. My God, my arms are stretching, which is not as important as the fact that these
I've got gray
glorious
hair.
silver temples of mine. No. And also the fecal matter. Once they dehydrate it and recycle the water,
That's poop.
So
That is poo poo.
Poop.
So they call this water walls. They're going to send people through space with walls made of water, and then when you drink the water off the wall, you replace it with the
My water wall.
things that.
And maybe you're gonna be the ones that say.
So basically, you're singing to someone, calling them a wall of urine.
Well, not at first. I mean, at first it's just water, but then you drink it, and then it becomes water. And then, of course, you purify it, and it's fine. It's back again. Again, we're coming back to my thing, the issue that I have with people who... obviously there's a reasonable, long-standing taboo against urine and feces. That's waste, and you're supposed to get rid of it. Otherwise, it's going to cause health issues. But we are advancing these technologies for recycling so that we can actually turn them into something useful. And we just got to get over the, ew, it's a poopy factor, which obviously these people who are going to Mars...
Shut up and eat your poop.
I think.
Okay, we could draw that line.
I think it could be if we could find a way to eliminate the odor. People might have less of it.
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, that's going to. that is a consideration because the thing about the Mars mission is everything has to be super low tech, so that if something breaks, they can fix it.
We're going to get a transmission like a year into the mission. Walls, poop, stench, unbearable.
Clean air freshener no longer functioning.
Breathe.
Only friend volleyball.
That's our show.
And that's our show. Thank you very much to our very special guest star, Mr. Chad Fogland.
Thank you. Hello. Yes. Goodbye.
Old and new again.
Old fat Fogland.
Now
Fat Chad.
old
Fode
Thad
Chodlin.
Choglin, his stage name.
Thad Chodlin.
How many of those were you called as a child?
Oh,
Chodlan?
I'll tell you
get that one?
it doesn't. I really all
Give
I
your
got
worst.
was Fagland a lot. I mean, that was a big
Okay.
one.
Yeah.
But then also, I related to science. I was in a science class in 7th grade, and we were talking about mutation, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie had just come out. And the teacher asked if anyone had seen the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie. I was the only person who raised my hand.
Oh, no.
It was I just painted a big target on my back, and from that day
From
forward,
what? Watching an awesome movie?
well, because it was considered a children's film, and we were in 7th grade, so we're all adults, right?
Oh, you got caught in that valley.
So I was nicknamed Chadatello Fagland for 3 years.
Oh, my gosh. That's some next level shit right
Chadatello.
there.
Yeah.
That's not even clever.
No, but
Chadatello.
no, that is pure hatred right there.
I
But
think
now I'm on a
think it's-
podcast.
I think it was pretty weak. Let's look up these young 10-year-olds who made up this.
Oh, don't worry. They're
Insult.
all overweight and
They've been
work
taken
at
care of.
gas stations, have children and horrible wives.
Have you gotten your revenge?
Oh, yeah. No, I think...
What do you think
time
of
is-
Chadatello now,
Yeah.
fatty?
I'm sorry. How's it going there with your kids and your horrible job? I'm living in Los Angeles. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm too busy fucking this 23-year-old.
Did I mention I do improv for free? Hey, where you go? Get back here!
Get back here! I'm still degrading you with my life. I live in a studio apartment. Oh God, we've opened a lot of old wounds.
That's what this show's all about.
Time to go. Yes, science.
Where can people follow you and things like that?
Oh,
Watch
you can
perform.
You can listen to all my horrible ranting and on Twitter at Chad Fogland, Fogland, not at Chad Fogland.
That's just too
some
many
other
letters.
dude.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
none of characters.
Although
why did Twitter change my name?
somebody should open a parody account.
Please don't. God damn, I have to do that tonight
Dibs.
before this air.
Not if I do it first, right here in my iPad.
No.
You can follow us at the Science Jerks on Twitter or check our website, sciencejerks.com.
You can do thesciencejerks.com. We're there too.
Either.
We've
You
covered
can
the
do
bases.
sciencejerks.com.
Both bases.
You could go
Are you
to
at-
Google.
Are you at sciencejerks.com? DA?
Does it? Yeah.
this is
like
not
if
an
you're
urban show.
from Chicago, the Science Jerks.
Yo, you listen to the Science Jerks? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we do have Science Joiks. Joiks.
The Joiks. Whoa, I love those guys.
You can buy. We have a Cafe Press store with some stickers and shirts and
you got. Oh
shit.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The iPhone.
my
cover.
iPhone
Oh,
case.
That is actually
I'm
fucking
looking at it
faces on
right
it.
now, and let me tell
That's
you,
what it's for. It's for looking at
I
It-
have.
and
Looks
protecting
good.
iPhones.
I found out that they have Snuggies.
I would have no problem with snuggling up to a picture of myself, but I don't know if late at night I want to see your ugly mug staring up at me from my Snuggie.
I feel like I snuggle with myself way too much. My
think-
palms are starting to get a little.
It's healthy to snuggle with yourself 3 to 5 times a day, right?
Just don't tell the Pope.
We have no Pope right now. It's a free-for-all.
No Pope, no Pope.
You can find me on Twitter at 999 RPMs.
I'm at Dave Chacho.
Thank you very much for coming and listening. Bye.
I tried to make a crop circle and I
recognize you.
made a crop squiggly.